Guys, this is Gloria. I am here to share with you guys a tutorial on how to make some stickers for your planner. I have the Happy Planner, and so I made some water bottle stickers earlier today in order to track my water intake. So anyway, let me just quickly share with you how I created that. The first thing that you need to do is go into either your library or to the Silhouette library and actually purchase this image here. It's called water bottle. Once you have that in your library, just double click it and it comes on your mat. What you want to do is you want to set your mat to a 8.5 by 11-inch mat. You also want to turn on your registrations by going here and clicking under style. You click whichever cutting machine that you have. I have the Cameo, so I'm going to click Cameo. That's going to give me my registration marks that I need in order for the cutter to recognize where my image is. The next thing that I do is I go right here where it says open the page design setting windows, and I make sure that it's the 8.5 by 11. It's a letter size paper. And then I go right down here where it says show print borders. I check that, and I also check show cut borders, because this will show where your image needs to be in order for it to cut properly. And that's the red line that you see right there. The black line is the show print border. So now that I have my image on the screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup it because I want it to be two different colors. I want the top to be one color and I want the bottle to be another color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the bottle with a pattern. So you go right here to this icon here and click on that. These are the basic patterns that come with your machine. And as you can see, you can click on any one of those patterns. You can also import your own pattern, which is what I did here, which is a tilde pattern, and it's called Millie Teal. The top part, I want it to be just a solid color. So I'm going to go here, click on that, and that is your basic colors. And I'm just going to make that a hot pink maybe. So I'm just going to choose that, and now it's hot pink. So what I can do now is just take that and put it right on top where I need it to be until it's centered back onto the water bottle. So that's your basic water bottle design. And from here, all you really have to do is just group these together by drawing a boundary box around it and then clicking group, which is right down here in the lower left hand corner. Now you're ready to resize it and multiply it and make how many ever you need for your planner. The other thing that I did is I wanted to put a box in here in order for me to be able to check off when I drank, that cup of water or whatever. So the way that you do that is I'm going to just make sure that my fill color is on no fill. I'm going to go right over here where the rectangle box is and click that, and I'm just going to draw a basic rectangle on my screen. I'm going to go back to my pointer and I'm going to click on that rectangle. Now that rectangle is highlighted, I can make it any color I wish. I'm going to make it hot pink, the same color as my top. I can put that right there on my water bottle in order to make that a check mark space. You can make this any color you like. The other thing that I did was I added a heart to it. So I will go back to my library, and a heart that I really, really like is the Echo Park heart, which is this one here. I just really like the way it looks. So you take that, and again, I'm going to fill that with color. You can fill it with color, you can fill it with a pattern, you can fill it with whatever you like. I'm just going to fill it with a light gray, and that way that will prove to be what I put my check mark in. I'm also going to go with a line color, which is right here. I'm going to change the line color to a light gray as well. I'm just going to shrink it down by dragging in the corners until it's small enough to fit inside of the pink box. And that is going to become my check box. Now, my image is the way I want it, so all I do is just drag a boundary box around the entire image, and I'm just going to hit group, and now it's all grouped together. So the only other thing that you have to do from here is you would go in and click replicate. The replicate window is right here, and you can replicate to the right how many ever times you need to. I like to do it that way because then it lines them up properly and it spaces them properly. I put 8 water bottles going across mine. You can put how many ever you will need. All you would have to do is draw a boundary box around all 3 of those and then hit group. That way they all move as a group now. I measured the box in my planner, which is 1.5 inches wide. So, in order to get 8 water bottles, you would just put 8 on the screen and make it, where it's 1.5 inches wide. The other thing that you would need to do is you would need to take this and turn off the cut settings because you don't want that to cut. What you want that to do is print as a print and cut. So I'm going to highlight, all 3 of them are highlighted, and I'm just going to click on no cut right here. Once I click on no cut, nothing is really highlighted anymore. So now none of that will cut out when I go to send this to the Silhouette Studio. So what I would need to do is go to the rectangle box here, draw a rectangle around all of my images, go back to my pointer, and what I'm going to do is create a boundary box or a cut box for all of my, let's say there were 8 here. All of my 8 will just cut out as one rectangle. And so now what I want to do is I want to group the water bottles as well as the boundary box that I drew, or the cut box. I want to group those together so that now when I move the box, it actually moves the water bottles as well. So it can shrink it as small as I need it to be down for my stickers, or as large as I need it to be. Okay, and that's pretty much it. You can then duplicate and many ever you need on your sheet, and then just cut out the rectangles. What you're going to do first is you're going to send this through your printer. It's going to print out everything, and then you're going to put it on your mat, and then the mat is only going to cut just the rectangle out, and then you can put that inside your planner. I hope that helps, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can. Take care, guys. Bye.